Paraphrased and expanded version, 2x length. Jaden's hands were shaking, no trembling, as he clutched the envelope so tightly it nearly crumpled in his grip. It wasn't just paper. It was months of sweat, sacrifice, and sheer determination. He'd been hustling for this moment, bagging groceries after school, mowing lawns on weekends, even scrubbing dirt off old cars in the neighborhood. Every single dollar in that envelope represented hours of hard work and hope. All he wanted was a car. Not something flashy or expensive. Nothing wild. Just a used one. Something that could get him to school and back, maybe even help out at home. Was that really too much to ask? Today was supposed to be it. The big day. The one he'd been dreaming of for months. His heart thudded with anticipation as he pushed open the gleaming glass doors of Thompson Luxury Auto, a dealership known for high-end rides and glossy interiors, nestled right in the middle of the bustling city. The moment he stepped inside, the scent hit him. Leather seats, fresh polish, and expensive cologne. Sleek cars sat proudly under bright lights like royalty. Every curve of those vehicles glinted under the spotlights like they were made of diamonds. Jaden took a slow, steadying breath and stepped in, instantly aware of his hoodie and worn-out sneakers. He felt small, but not defeated. No, not today. He reminded himself, I've got money. I earned this. From behind the marble counter, a tall man in a stiff suit, Mr. Riley, barely glanced up from his computer screen. When he did, his eyes scanned Jaden, his expression souring into something between mild irritation and smug disbelief. "Can I help you?" he asked, voice cold, eyes narrow. Jaden nodded with eager confidence, the envelope clutched to his chest. "Yes, sir. I'm looking for a used car. I've got money for a down payment." But instead of being impressed, Mr. Riley threw his head back and laughed, a loud, mocking laugh that echoed through the showroom. He turned to a woman nearby, blonde hair, fake smile frozen like a mannequin. "You hear that, Sandra? Kid thinks he can buy a car. What's he using birthday money?" Sandra giggled, her gaze slithering up and down Jaden's body with mockery. "Ah, sweetie. This isn't a toy store. Maybe try the used lot down the street. They sell your kind of cars." Jaden's face flushed red with heat, shame, anger, probably both. But he didn't back down. "I have the money. I worked hard for it. I just want to look at the used cars, that's all." Mr. Riley's smirk vanished. "Look, kid, we're not here to play games. Go home. We don't waste time on window shoppers." Jaden's chest pounded. With shaking fingers, he opened the envelope. Inside was a stack of neatly saved $100 bills. His entire savings. "I'm not joking," he said firmly. But before the words could even finish, Mr. Riley snatched the envelope from his hands. He peered inside, his expression darkening instantly. "Where'd you steal this from, huh?" he snapped, tone sharp like a blade. Jaden reeled back, stunned. "What? I didn't steal anything. I worked for that money. Get out," Mr. Riley barked. "Before I call security." In moments, a guard appeared and without hesitation, grabbed Jaden's arm. No questions, no chance to explain. He was dragged through the showroom as customers turned, some whispering, some shaking their heads. No one spoke up. No one asked if he was okay. Out on the sidewalk, Jaden stumbled. His fists clenched, eyes burning with tears he refused to let fall. The dealership doors slammed behind him with a cruel finality. He stood there, humiliated, crushed. But in his chest, a fire was starting to burn. They thought this was the end. No, this was just the beginning. As he walked home, his thoughts were racing. He had done everything right, and they treated him like a thief. He reached for his phone, thumb hovering over his mom's contact. But he hesitated. He didn't want to worry her. Not yet. Still deep down he knew she would find out. And when she did, the world was gonna shake. The very next morning, Thompson Luxury Auto was buzzing, staff whispering, heads turning. Outside, a silver Rolls-Royce Phantom rolled up, gleaming like something out of a movie. The moment the door opened, out stepped a woman in a navy blue dress that screamed elegance and authority. She wasn't just anyone. She was Naomi Carter, business mogul, self-made billionaire, and one of the most powerful women in the entire country. And she was Jaden's mom. Mr. Riley's eyes went wide. He stumbled over himself adjusting his tie, rushing to the entrance like a nervous schoolboy. Welcome to Thompson Luxury Auto, ma'am. How may we assist you today? Naomi slowly removed her sunglasses, her sharp eyes cutting through the room like lasers. Where is he? She asked. Who, ma'am? She turned her head. Jaden, she called. The passenger door opened. Jaden stepped out, quiet but composed. The calm before the storm. His face was unreadable, but his eyes, they were fierce. Gasps echoed through the room as employees recognized him. The kid from yesterday. Mr. Riley's face drained of all color. Naomi's voice turned ice cold. Is he my son? Riley stammered. Yes, ma'am, but. And you humiliated him. Yesterday. Right here. Silence. Sandra backed away, her fake smile nowhere to be seen now. Naomi's heels clicked across the showroom floor as she approached. The atmosphere was suffocating. You remember him now. The boy you accused of stealing. The boy you dragged out in front of everyone like garbage. Miss Carter, Riley sputtered. It was just a misunderstanding. She raised an eyebrow. No, it wasn't. You saw a black boy with money, and your first thought was that he was a thief. That's not a misunderstanding. That's bias. That's racism. No one dared breathe. Riley wiped sweat from his forehead. We treat all our customers with respect. Naomi laughed sharply. Really? Because what I heard is that you treated my son like trash, even when he had money. Money he earned. Sandra stepped forward nervously. It was just a mistake. We didn't know who he was. Naomi's tone turned lethal. That's exactly the problem. You only treat people with respect when you think they're rich. But my son, he had money. Real money. And you still treated him like he was worthless. Suddenly, a new figure burst into the room. Mr. Thompson, the dealership's owner, alerted by the chaos. Miss Carter. I am so sorry, he said. Please, let us fix this. Naomi didn't blink. You want to make it right. Fire them. Riley and Sandra's mouths dropped open. Please, Riley begged. I have a family. And my son had a dream, Naomi said, her voice unwavering. And you crushed it with your prejudice. Thompson looked at her, then at them. He knew he had no choice. You're both fired. Security walked over. Riley and Sandra stood frozen as they were led out, the same exact way they had kicked Jaden out yesterday. Naomi turned to her son. Pick any car you want. My treat. But Jaden shook his head and smiled. I don't need the most expensive car. I just want the one I worked hard for. That's the one I earned. Naomi's eyes lit up with pride. That's my boy.